In this video, we're going to talk about what makes a winning dropshipping product. Hey, this is Rush. I'm going to give you 8 key factors that you can use as a guide when you're judging a product and whether you want to add that product to your store. I'm also going to add one bonus factor at the end, which is really going to be one of the most important factors. So make sure to stick around until the end. By the time you're done watching this video, you're going to be able to quickly spot a winning product and, just as importantly, avoid products that might give you some trouble, especially if you don't yet have a lot of experience selling online. Now, the good thing about Sell the Trend is a lot of the work that we're going to go through here is already done for you. You can go to the Nexus Explorer and just pick any product that you like there. But having the knowledge of these key factors is going to demystify and really pull back the curtain on why the products you see on Sell the Trend are winning products. Now, these factors that we're going to go through here are in order of importance. So make sure to keep things in perspective as we go through these. Okay, let's do this. First up is wow factor. Wow, that's cool. I've never seen anything like this before. Now, if a product makes you think this, you've just seen a winning product. And this factor is really the most important factor. Think of this. When someone is on social media, they're on Facebook, they're on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, they're not there to shop. They're there to talk to their friends, family, check out some cool pictures, videos, whatever. So your product or ad needs to disrupt them out of that mode and into the shopping mode. And the best way to do this is with a product that has that wow factor. Basically, a scroll stopper product, if you've ever heard that term. A product that will stop someone dead in their tracks and make them take notice and reach for that buy button. Now, on the other end of the scale of the wow factor, something like this does not have any wow factor. However useful toilet paper is, and surely essential, it will not stop someone scrolling on their social media feed. Neither is this $2 screen protector. Again, however valuable that it might be. That's why it's important to know the difference between essential and something that has pizzazz or wow factor. Now, next on the list are products that solve a problem. So problem solvers. Looking at these 2 products here, one solves a medical issue, the posture corrector, and the other, the ab machine, solves a weight problem or path to self-improvement. Now, these are 2 great problem-solving products that are pretty easy to spot. But a product that fits in this category does not need to solve a big problem to qualify. But the problem that it solves has to be big enough that the customer would care to solve. For example, this drain filter is not a life or death problem, right? It's just a filter that allows you to catch something that would fall down the drain, like a ring or something. Now, it doesn't solve a big problem, but it does solve the problem of losing a valuable item, like a wedding ring, for example. So this problem, even though it's not a big problem, it's a problem worth solving to someone. And that's the key here. Now, another part of this could be a product that simply saves time or effort, like this vegetable chopper. So even though it might not be solving something serious like a medical problem, it can be solving a problem of maybe not enough time or just spending too much effort on something, a convenience. Next factor are products that elicit an emotional response or connection. A great example of these products are pet products. Pet owners are one of the best audiences to market towards because the emotional connection they have to their pets would be the driving force behind their decision to buy, for example, this ball game feeder. Another example would be this pet paw necklace. Again, the emotional connection that someone has to their dog would be the reason behind them picking up this winning product. So emotional connection is a great driving force when picking a product to sell in your shop. Now, here is another very important key factor, and we're talking about products that have good profit margins. When we say a good profit margin, we're talking about a product that we can sell for at least 3 times, so 3x, if you've ever heard that term, 3 times the product cost. So we're looking at products that will allow us to not only cover the cost of the product and any marketing we're going to do to promote this product, but also allow us enough buffer to turn a profit. This product's profit margin, for example, has a very healthy, almost 10 times the product cost. So let's say we're getting a product from the supplier for $5, then we need to sell this product for at least 15 and preferably more to be profitable. Here are some range of profits you can use as a guide for when you're judging a product from a profit margin standpoint. $25 plus of profit. So the profit of a product is 25, not the price of the product. The profit of the product is 25. We consider that in our green zone. So for the product from our example, we're getting a very healthy profit margin of $30. Products with a profit margin of $15 plus will be in our orange zone. This will typically still allow us enough cushion to turn a profit. Now, products with a profit margin of anything under $15 will place us in the red zone. We don't want to be in the red zone. Now, anything in this zone is going to really put us in a position where it might be difficult to make any money considering marketing cost and product cost. So you ask yourself, what can I do if there is a nice product that I like that checks a lot of these winning product boxes we've been talking about here, but is in our red zone? So if a product is a low-cost item and we can't really sell it for a high amount, then we would need to make sure that we have complementary upsells in place for this product, or make sure that this product can be sold in multiples. So you can sell multiple quantities of this same product to the same buyer. So an example is this light bulb here. As you can even see in the picture, it's being installed in 2 different light fixtures. So that's already encouraging shoppers to buy in multiples. And the cost of the product is low enough that it encourages buying in multiples and actually has a use, has a possibility of being bought in multiple, because most people, if they want to use this light bulb, for example, on their patio or in their backyard, then they probably want to use multiples of it. One light source is probably not going to be good enough. So great product, even though it falls in our red zone, it is conducive to be sold in multiples. Yet another way that you can complement selling lower profit margin products is to add shipping. Even $3 or $4 of extra shipping, which is, most shoppers are not going to, they're not going to complain too much about $3 or $4 shipping, can really help out and allow you to turn a product that might not have a very healthy profit margin into a profitable product. Next key factor is kind of related to profit margin, and here we're talking about perceived value. So basically, is the perceived value higher than the cost? Is the perceived value of this product higher than the cost somebody is willing to pay for it? Now, the more wow factor a product has or hits some of these other desirable factors that we've been talking about, the more you will be able to charge for this product. This is why a Rolex watch can be sold for hundreds of times the price of a normal watch, because it has that wow factor or adds a certain quantifiable status to the wearer. At the end of the day, both watches tell time, right? Now, if the product looks cheap, nobody will want to spend a lot of money for it. But people will be willing to spend a lot of money if they feel that an item is, worth it. Think of the iPhone or, really most Apple products, right? That's why having, good images or videos in your ad copy is important. Take this product, for example. It can be sourced for, around $4, but can be sold for almost 30 because it looks, trendy with, with all the vibrant colors that it has. It has this, chic quality with this whole, Zen thing. So people are willing to pay more for something like this because they look at it and they believe it's worth the asking price. Here's another product, this LED wall plate. Again, even though it's super cheap to buy, you can sell it for a much higher price. Why? Because anyone buying this, obviously cares to raise the perceived value of their home by adding a nice decorative touch like this. So the perceived value of this item is much higher because of what it adds to the buyer, similar to what the Rolex watch adds to the wearer. Again, this might seem a little, hard to wrap your head around, or maybe it seem a little bit vague. Again, you can just follow the price. Most people are willing to pay $41 for an item that's $3 to source. Shows you the inherent perceived value that it has simply by looking at the profit margin. Okay, we're doing good here. Let's continue. Next key factor is niche versus broad audience. So here we're talking about products with niche appeal versus products with broad market appeal. Now, both types of products can be very potent. A new innovative dog collar would be a big seller to an engaged and passionate dog owner's niche. While a new innovative phone case, for example, would find broad market appeal and could potentially reach much higher audience, since anyone you'd be selling to most probably has a phone. The key here is make sure there is an audience for the product, and that this audience is either super broad, so you can have a big audience to market to, or a very passionate one. Next up is retail availability. Now, this factor is pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you have to ask yourself, can you easily find this product in a retail store? What it basically means, don't try to sell items that anyone can go down to their local Walmart and buy right off the shelf. So don't try to sell a set of kitchen knives unless the set can transform to a hairdryer, which will make it pretty unique and probably not likely to be found in your local Target. Okay, we're down to factor number 8, and that is the seasonality of the product. Easter, Halloween, Valentine's Day, Christmas. During these times, people are already in a good mood because these holidays make people feel good and open to complementing these times with fun products. Now, one of the reasons for this is that society is psychologically conditioned to associate these seasonal times with, buying stuff. You got to buy pumpkin for Halloween, you got to buy chocolates for Easter, roses for Valentine's, you get the point. Let's take this cool Christmas tree thing or this Valentine's Day rose. The key here is that we are not selling roses or chocolates. Again, you can get these anywhere. We are still looking for products that have those winning products qualities that we're talking about. For that reason, not all seasonal products are winning products. But having a seasonal product that has some of these other elements we're talking about here will give it more of a chance to be a winning product and is much easier to sell during these times when everybody is already in the festive and buying mood. Now let's talk about the bonus factor, which is really a super important element of what makes a winning product. The kind of product that can generate you a lot of sales. This factor is the product trend. Now, each product will typically have a life cycle that's characterized by an introduction and growth phase, a peak or saturation phase, and then a decline phase. So basically a beginning, middle, and an end. It's important, therefore, to know what part of this life cycle a product is currently in. As we'll see, it's important to sell a product at the right time in order to generate the most amount of sales and take the least amount of risk spending your advertising budget on what might be the right product, but the wrong time. Now, there are two places you want to be when selling a product. You either want to be selling it at the beginning of the trend, so in the introduction and growth phase, or at the peak of the trend, where the product is saturating the market, but never at the decline of the trend. Now, being at the beginning of the trend is ideal. This is where you're jumping in on an untapped product and will probably see the most amount of sales and the highest profits. Being at the peak or in the saturation phase is good because the product has already been validated by a lot of sales. But the competition here is already higher, and the customer pool is already well exposed to this product. And you'll probably see not as many sales that you would if you are selling it at the beginning of the trend. Now, both have their advantages and disadvantages. It really all depends on your risk tolerance and your budget. Are you able to test a lot of early untapped products, or would you rather jump on a trend that's already in full swing and expose yourself to less risk? Now, being early, the risk is that the trend would not continue. But again, you'll have the chance to scoop the most amount of profits. Being at the peak or saturation phase of the trend might not see as much profits as being at the beginning, but it's much safer because the trend has already been validated and you know for sure that the product is a guaranteed winner. So now let's look and see what these products actually would look like when you're looking at them, for example, on a sell the trend chart. So this product right here, we can see that there's a defined and clear trend upwards here by looking at the green trend line here. As you can see, right around August 24 is really when the first stage of introduction or growth phase of this product is. You can see here stores start adding it around August 24th, and then right around September 14th, more stores adding it. You can see the stair-step pattern here as more stores add it. And then right around October the 26th is where we start to see we are at the saturation or the peak phase where a lot more stores are adding it, and it continues on and on as we approach the current date. Now, this product right here does not show the decline phase because it's, like I said, it's a current product and it's still doing really well. Let's look at another chart that we can see what a product in decline looks like. This product here, you can see that right around between August 15 and December the 8th, it had its introduction, growth, and really peak phases as it culminated right around December the 8th with a lot more stores adding it. Now, after December the 8th, as you can see here, since this is a cumulative chart, shows you the amount of the stores that are adding it, day after day, right around 30 stores adding it here on the left, No more stores added between December the 8th, January, February, March, April, no more stores adding this product. And this straight line here is a real good indication of a product that is in the decline phase, right? So this is a product that excitement, not so great about it anymore. Now, let's discuss an honorable mention here, recurring products. These are products that are certainly not new, but have gained a new life, so to speak. These are typically past winners that enough time has passed on them that they've become fresh again as new consumers get to see them for the first time. Now, seasonal products fit perfectly into this category of products as they keep being sold year after year during the correct time. Christmas, Easter, Valentine's, what have you. As you can see from this chart, this product was very popular in November, and there it goes 1 year later being sold again and becoming popular again. Okay, so that's the 8 key factor plus the 1 bonus factor for deciding what a winning product looks like. Now, not every winning product is going to have all these factors, which is okay. The idea here is to look for products that have the most amount of these essential factors. Can we get a product that has, 3 or 4 of these? Cool. Okay, now that we know what makes a winning product, let's hop into Sell the Trend and see if we can pick a couple of products and analyze them and see how they stack up against these key factors we've been talking about. Okay, we're here in Sell the Trend in our Nexus trending products, and let us quickly go through a few of these products and see if we can apply some of the things that we learned. First row here, right off the bat, should be able to recognize that this has some kind of a wow factor. It looks like roses inside of some kind of sphere. We click on it here to get some details about it. We can see that it is in our good profit margin category, $21 of profit margin. We can see that it is still in our, a growth phase. It's, more stores are adding it. You can see a trend still going up in excitement for this product. And the picture looks good. That's something that will stand out on a feed right off the bat. Let's close that. Let's look at this product right here. These shot glasses here. Let's open up. Let's open up here the details. And right off the bat, I can play this video here, and it looks like. Let's see here. Make sure that we mute that. Yeah, it looks. It definitely has the wow factor for somebody who likes to entertain, who likes to kind of have cool things that their friends can look at and say, oh, look at this cool item that you have. This definitely has the wow factor. It definitely has the profit margin factor. And again, we see a clear trend here of it going higher. Now, I've never seen these items like in a Walmart or something like that. And these are the kind of items that would be harder to get Walmart to add them because they don't serve like a general purpose. Not so many people are gonna want this particular product. So Walmart wouldn't stock something like this. But that's our opportunity here, is to be able to sell products like these that have that wow factor, that have the good profit margins, and will have an audience, right? Anybody that likes to drink, anybody that likes to entertain, this is definitely a good product for them, right? Let's look at another product here. Let's look at this leather patch thing here. So again, let's open up here the store trend so we can look at it. Here we go. So this is a problem solver product, right? This is an obvious problem solver product. You break your leather couch, you want to fix it. This is the product for you. Now, we can see that it definitely has a lot of people selling it. It still definitely has excitement. Look at this chart. More stores are adding it. Alone, November 16th, 12 stores added this to their shops. So again, lots of excitement. Now, the only thing is you should notice right off the bat is that this is in our red zone of profit margin. So this profit margin is not an ideal profit margin based on all the stuff that we went through earlier. So again, we want to say, okay, can we sell this product in multiples? Can you, as you can see here, they're already selling, this store is already selling it in multiples, 2 pieces, right? Can you sell 4 pieces? Can you sell this, two quantities of this to a buyer? It probably makes sense because the cost of the price is pretty low, right? $12. Can you say, $30, sell two, and it's not going to break our bank because, again, we can sort this product for 39 cents, right? So, these are the things that you can think about as you're looking at these products and use the key factors that we discussed to, be able to distinguish, why should I sell this product instead of this product? Why should I sell this product instead of this product, right? There's, tons of products on here on Sell the Trend, and it's really, with using these key factors, you're going to be able to really zero in on the kind of products that you think you'll have an easier time selling in your shop. So hopefully this video is giving you not only a theoretical understanding of what makes a winning product, but as well an actual application where when you're going through Sell the Trend, you're going to have a clearer idea of what each product is really doing there in the Nexus. Now is your turn to hop on Sell the Trend and apply these factors that we talked about here when you are looking at a product. And by adding products to your store that have the most amount of these factors is going to give you a better chance to land on your winning product.